In the heart of Vatican City, inside St. Peter's Basilica, stands one of the most breathtaking sculptures ever created by human hands. Michelangelo's Pieta, carved when he was just 24 years old, remains his only signed work. But how did this masterpiece come to be? Michelangelo honed his craft in Florence with the Medici, but his ambition drew him to Rome. There, a French cardinal named Jean de Billere gave the 24-year-old artist a career-defining commission, a sculpture for the cardinal's own funeral monument. The contract was audacious, demanding a work so beautiful that no living artist could better it. To meet this challenge, Michelangelo journeyed to the quarries of Carrara. He spent months personally searching for a single perfect block of marble, one he would later claim was the most sublime piece of stone he ever worked with. The resulting work, the Pieta, was an immediate sensation. Its success catapulted him from a promising sculptor to a celebrated master. The public was stunned by its lifelike detail and profound emotional power. Michelangelo's obsession with perfection is evident in the final piece. He polished and refined this work more than any other statue he created, giving the marble an ethereal, luminous quality. The term Pietà is Italian for pity, capturing a deeply poignant moment. The scene shows the Virgin Mary cradling the lifeless body of her son Jesus after his crucifixion. This subject, a mother's final embrace, was more common in Northern European art, but Michelangelo's interpretation would set a new standard. He masterfully blends the raw emotion of the moment with the sublime grace and idealism of the Italian Renaissance. This event is a cornerstone of Catholic devotion, known as the sixth of the seven sorrows of Mary. Such images were intended to connect the faithful with the Virgin's suffering, inspiring piety and contemplation. It was designed as an object of profound spiritual reflection on sacrifice and grief. To bring harmony to this sorrowful scene, Michelangelo employed a pyramidal composition, a hallmark of high Renaissance art that creates eternal stability. Mary's voluminous drapery forms a massive base, anchoring the sculpture and guiding the eye upward. At first glance, the Pieta is a vision of high Renaissance harmony, structured within a stable and serene pyramidal composition. But a closer examination reveals one of Michelangelo's most brilliant artistic deceptions. The proportions of the two figures are not, in fact, natural in relation to one another. While their heads are sized realistically, maintaining an intimate human connection, the Virgin's body is substantially larger than that of her son. If she were to stand, she would tower over him, an anatomical impossibility that Michelangelo masterfully conceals. This intentional distortion was his ingenious solution to a significant artistic challenge: how to depict a grown man's body cradled in his mother's lap without the scene appearing clumsy or unbelievable. A life-sized Virgin would be dwarfed, making the composition awkward. By enlarging Mary's frame, Michelangelo creates a solid, dignified throne for Christ's body. This not only solves the practical problem of support, but also enhances the theological message, presenting Mary as a pillar of strength and the bedrock of the Church, even in her moment of profound grief. The key to this illusion lies in the magnificent cascade of drapery enveloping her lower body. This is far more than clothing, it is a sculptural device. The voluminous fabric creates the mass needed to anchor the composition and disguise the true scale of her figure. But this drapery also served as a canvas for his unparalleled technical mastery. He revived the use of the running drill, a tool favored by ancient Roman sculptors, to carve incredibly deep undercuts and hollows into the stone, creating dramatic pockets of shadow. This was a risky technique, as a single miscalculation could have shattered the delicate marble. The result is a breathtaking paradox. Through his virtuosity, the hard, cold Carrara marble is transformed, appearing to become a soft, pliable textile. The interplay of light and shadow across the countless folds, polished to a luminous sheen, breathes life into the stone, making it look less like a sculpture and more like a divine, frozen moment in time. Though overwhelmed by sorrow and loss, Mary radiates a quiet acceptance, her grief transformed into serene composure. Christ appears as if resting peacefully, untouched by the brutality he endured, his suffering replaced by a sense of gentle repose. When Mary supports her son, her right hand is veiled by fabric, so she never directly touches his body. Instead, the cloth forms a sacred barrier between her and Christ. This subtle gesture underscores the holiness of Christ's form. La Pieta was an instant triumph, astonishing viewers with its beauty and emotional power, and it quickly established Michelangelo's reputation as one of the greatest sculptors of his time. 5 centuries later, this masterpiece continues to move viewers with its perfect blend of technical mastery and profound human emotion. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment with your thoughts about this incredible work of art.